Hey guys, it's your girl Jenna Lachey here, and if you read the title, you guys already know what this video is going to be about. Today, I'm doing a review slash install on this hair called VIVI Baby Hair. I ain't really see a lot of reviews on this hair because I've been kind of gone from the hair like part of YouTube. I ain't really been seeing what's popular on the hair side, the wig side of YouTube, but I mean, from the website, it looks like it gets pretty good reviews and the hair feels pretty good. But they sent me a 5x5 closure wig. It's Brazilian straight. It got one comb in the back and two combs on the side to secure it. And then it has the little bands in the back as well. The knots are pretty big. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was really kind of skeptical. I didn't really think it was going to bleach as good as it did, just because when you have bigger knots, it's really hard to get that bleach look that you're looking for. But it actually did pretty good on the whole bleaching thing. So I used the Quick Blue L'Oreal bleach, and I used 1 scoop of bleach. I really like using this bleach. I forgot the other brand. I'll put it in the description box, the other bleach that I use. But this is the bleach that my boyfriend bought me. You know, he be investing in my stuff. So I use this bleach, and I use a 30 volume developer, and I actually let it sit on there for about probably like 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was walking around the house doing stuff while I let this bleach sit on here, but I usually don't measure how much bleach or developer I put in there. I kind of just eye it out, and the consistency that you want for the bleach is a cake batter. You don't want it to be too runny, and you don't want it to be too like cakey, just because it's a certain texture that it needs to be able to smooth on all the knots and not get through the lace, so it doesn't look over bleached. And I'm not gonna lie, it did look a little over bleached on my middle part, but that was my fault, and I'm gonna show you guys how I fixed that. But like I said, once you get it to a cake consistency batter where it doesn't fall off the brush so easily, it's literally like sticking onto the brush, you want to go over the lace and smooth it out, but you don't want to be rough. I'm very heavy-handed, sorry y'all, I'm very heavy-handed, so you guys have to be like really light when you're brushing it onto it, just so you don't brush it into the lace, because once you brush it into the lace and it starts, you know, changing and developing, that's when you have a problem, and it's going to be very hard to bring it back to the way you want it to look, and it's going to be all these extra steps that you have to take to get it the way you want it to look. So go ahead and smooth it on there. Like I said, be light with it. Don't be too heavy-handed. Make sure you get every single piece. You don't have to get the whole piece of lace, obviously, but you need to get every piece of lace where the knots are at. You want all the knots to be bleached. Okay, so now the bleach has been sitting on the knots for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off before I use the purple Shimmer Light shampoo. And I'm just showing you guys what it looks like before I rinse it off. You can see that the lace is turning like an orange brassy color. That's the knots being bleached. Okay, so now that I rinsed the lace off, you can see what the lace looks like before I even use the purple shampoo, and you can see how well the lace took the bleach. I recommend that you use tinted bleach. Don't use white bleach, just because it will be easier and you won't have to use too many products after like the purple light shimmering shampoo to go ahead and tone the lace. It doesn't look as brassy, but it does still have a brassy tint to it, so I am still going to use the shimmering light shampoo, and I'm going to be using the Paul Mitchell's shampoo too for the hair itself. I didn't use that shampoo for the lace, but I did use it for the hair itself. And I go ahead and I scrub the shimmering light shampoo into the wig, into the lace I mean, and I don't really leave it on there. I usually used to leave it on there, but since the lace is not as brassy as it usually is, just because this company actually has some good lace, I'm not going to leave it on there for too long. I'm just going to scrub it on there and rinse it out, and I'm going to go ahead and put the shampoo on the hair while I'm scrubbing the other shampoo into the lace. So I use 2 different shampoos. I don't really want to use that shimmering light shampoo for the hair just because it's not really good for that. It's just good for toning, in my opinion. And the Paul Mitchell products, they're not really expensive, but I really like their products. So you guys should go ahead and look at. Bitch, shut up! Now I'm keeping this shit in here. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing this shit over. I'm sorry, y'all. I try to be professional. Anyway, so just go ahead and shampoo the hair itself, and make sure you get a good lather, you know, and make sure you comb it out too. You don't want it to be all jumbled up. That's not how you're supposed to shampoo hair. So just make sure you comb it out while you're shampooing it, and you're good to go. I don't put any conditioner in my straight hair just because I don't want it to weigh the hair down. Too many products will weigh the hair down, so you want to make sure you use light products on straight hair. Don't be using too many products because that's not good, and your hair is not going to be flowy or bouncy. So after I rinsed everything out, you can see what the lace looks like. It looks really good. This is before I plucked it. You need to pluck no matter what. I don't care if it's already pre-plucked. You still need to pluck because you don't want to look like you got a helmet on your head, okay? So I'm just saying it for everybody out there that want to wear wigs or that's new to this, whether it's a closure or a frontal. Make sure you pluck. It's the most important part. Y'all, I'm really sorry. People around me are being so disrespectful while I'm doing this video. My boyfriend and my best friend have no respect for this video. But now I'm going to go ahead and pluck. You guys see I kind of plucked a little bit. But you want to make sure you pluck it to your liking. I don't know what y'all like. I don't know the look y'all like. But I know I like, you know, it to be plucked a certain way. So go ahead and pluck the front. Make sure you part it and keep plucking. Don't just pluck the front. You know, part some and pluck it. Because that's how it's gonna look good. So okay, now you guys can really see what the lace looks like, the parting. This is what it looks like. And you guys can kind of see that it's a little over bleached, just a little bit, but it's not too noticeable. So I went ahead and just went with it just for the purpose of this video, just to show you what it looks like if it's a little over bleached. But this is the type of plucking that I like. It looks really natural. I could have plucked some more, but I like to save my wigs. So I like to use my wigs over and over. And I notice if you pluck too much at first, if you rewear your wigs, it'll have bald spots in it. So I tend not to pluck too much. And you guys can see like in the back, that's how much hair that was plucked out. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and install it. I'm using the Ghost Bond glue. And I use 1 layer, like I said, just for the purpose of this video. But I usually use about 2 to 3 layers if you want a more secure, you know, wig. But like I said, if you don't need it to be on for more than a day or 2 days, just put 1 layer. So now that I'm going to let the glue dry a little bit, you got to let it get clear. If it's still white, it's going to go through the lace and it's going to show. So you want to get it clear first, and then you want to go ahead and put your lace on top of it. And once I do that, I go ahead and press it down. I press the lace down into the glue just so it can be more sturdy and it won't just be sitting on top of the glue. So get you like a little rat tail comb or whatever and press it down into the lace. And after that, I go ahead and pull my edges down, the hairs that I want to be my edges, and I press it down some more. I use the brush side because it has smaller bristles. It can get into the lace more. And I go ahead and press it down, and I start plucking the lace and the hair because it was a little bit too much hair for me. Then I go ahead and spray some Got2b glue spray because, you know, that gives it extra security, and it helps to lay, like, the lace lay a little bit better. It looks more seamless to me when you spray some type of spritz, you know, Got2b glue spray, whatever you want to spray on there. Then I go ahead and lay it down for about, you know, 10-15 minutes. And you guys see what I'm doing. Like, it's self-explanatory. It's going a little bit too fast, but you guys see what I'm doing. You guys make sure you want to have a hot comb. A hot comb is going to lay your lace frontal wigs flat. I'm telling you, you don't want no type of lumps or bumps in your lace frontal wig. It's going to look crazy as fuck, and it's going to look like a lace frontal wig. So try as much as possible to get it flat, and I'm telling you to invest in a $7 hot comb is what you need to do, because I barely got a hot comb probably about like a couple months ago, and it makes a difference. So go ahead and invest in one. That's one of the steps that will have your lace frontal closure or frontal looking good. Now for the baby hair parts, I really don't know how to do baby hairs, and I sure don't know how to do them on camera. So they're gonna look a little different in the end clips, but you want to make sure it's not much, like, too much hair. You want to make sure the baby hairs is not too long. Like I said, everybody do theirs different, but for me and for this look, that is the procedure. So you're gonna see me redoing it multiple times, cutting it, you know, re-swooping it, and then it's gonna cut out because, like I said, I cannot do baby hairs on camera. It's just very hard for me. It's better for me to do it in the mirror, and that's just is what it is. I'm gonna practice more for y'all, but you know, that's just the truth in itself. So but I actually use the mousse for my baby hairs just so they won't be hard like gel. I don't really like when my baby hairs is hard because they gonna look like they plastered on your forehead, and that's kind of ugly in my opinion. So go ahead, use some type of mousse that's gonna soften up later on, and make sure they're not too long. But like I said, these is just some practice clips because they did not look like this when I was finished. I actually had to redo them a couple of times. Now you guys can finally see what the edges look like. They look really good. I'm using this stick, this like edge stick. I don't know, it's like low-key like edge control, but it's in a stick form. But this really saved my wigs too a lot. It helps with flyaways, and it just helps to get it extra flat. So go ahead and invest some type of edge stick or whatever. I'll link the specific one in the description box because I just got it and I really don't know what it's called. I barely start using this brand, so yeah, go ahead and get you one because I actually like how flat it gets. It looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Paul Mitchell's skinny serum, and I low-key feel like I used a little bit too much, and I low-key feel like this serum is a little bit too heavy for this hair. I use it on my natural hair and it gets it super straight and it gives it a lot of body, but for this hair I feel like it kind of weighed it down just a little bit. So you guys might want to use like some cheat oil or some light oil. Don't use no type of heavy oils. I didn't think about it when I was putting it on the hair. But after the end result, when I was wearing the hair for about like an hour or two, it started getting a little bit like, I don't know, like the hair start forming together. You know how with straight hair, when you brush it out, it's supposed to be, you know, like flowy and straight. It wasn't like that. So, but this is the end result, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll link all the products down below. This is what the hair looks like. It's really bomb. I'll give it about a 9 out of 10 just because I don't feel like it deserves a whole 10. I don't know why. I just don't. But make sure you guys go ahead and hit that bell when you subscribe and follow on my social media accounts. Bye.